Millions of people across the globe have performed a similar procedure during lockdown. Sometimes it's to entertain themselves, or be transported outside of their homes, chat with friends and family, or plain old pass the time. These are all things that Xbox head honcho Phil Spencer has been closely monitoring, especially during lockdown.
And I know, not everybody plays games. Over half the connected world does play video games, though, over nearly 2.6 billion people. And the fact that people can use games as a way to kind of continue to stimulate, continue to find new stories, new creators, and new friends and people to go play with, I think is just a great thing about our community.
You have a new console coming out this year. How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected plans for the launch of the Xbox Series X?
Early on, as we were starting to deal with work from home, a lot of questions about what was going to happen with supply chain, testing our hardware. First and foremost, the safety and security of our team. But when I look at the hardware production now, I feel really good. We have test kits at home. We're all using them and testing, so we're getting hours on our test kits to ensure that everything's working the way it should. The supply chains in terms of getting the retail builds look like those things will be uninterrupted. So we probably had a couple week miss in our testing cycle just as we got up to speed with things. But I feel like we'll be able to absorb a lot of that in the schedule, and I feel really good about our launch this fall.
A console is never more expensive than when it launches, and with so much economic uncertainty on the horizon, is this a bad time to launch a new machine?
The thing I'm probably focused on the most is just the macroeconomic environment. I mean, we see the impact right now of people getting furloughed, layoffs. I mean, it's just it's tough, and knowing that in case of gaming, we are a leisure activity. We're not a requirement. We're not food. We're not shelter. If this is not the year where a family wants to make a decision to buy a new Xbox, that's okay. Our strategy does not revolve around how many Xboxes I sell this year.
You work in the video games industry. Have you found any interesting or innovative ways to work from home? I can personally say that I've had enough video chat conversations at this point to last me a lifetime.
Well, one of the things I've done is I've gone to doing one-on-ones in Minecraft Dungeons. It's a 4-player co-op game. It's pretty fun just to bring people in, just as a little diversion, because like you, sitting in Teams calls all day, staring at a camera, it is a nice diversion.
It isn't just hardware that's being developed by teams working from home. People creating games are working in this way too. Microsoft-owned studio Mojang, the developers behind the hugely successful Minecraft, were putting the finishing touches to their new game, Minecraft Dungeons, when lockdown restrictions due to the pandemic hit.
Thankfully, we as a team, we're semi-used to working remotely. We sit in Stockholm, and we have our sister studio in Redmond. So we already have this sort of cross-Atlantic communication going on. So we already have a lot of the infrastructure set up to be able to work remotely.
So games are still being developed, and the plan is still for next generation consoles to arrive at the end of this year.